Very good one because
some cheap wine off the shelf, but I don't like the taste of it. But the feeling isn't permanent, and I'm on the other side of the room, wearing the acne. Come talk to me. I feel like a princess when I'm around you. Let my head down, let's surround you. And I might just sink the ship. All it takes is a kiss. Feet back into a bleed. All the noises are after me. Sometimes it all sounds so angry, angry. Waiting for the first move I can't make. Still stuck on the idea of your taste. And this is it, you never leave my mind.
Oh. Hi. What's up? Hello. I'm live. Live, but not super alive, if I'm being real with you. Wokej. Wake up! Wokej. Hello, everybody. Give me 1 sec. I was going to do something and I completely forgot. I tweeted out that I was live. Let people know. Oh, right. I was going to post a picture of the other side of the set so that we can dissect it as a family. 1 sec. I'll just post it here. Okay. That way I have it. It's really me. Wow. You just ordered this polo? Yeah, I stole it during Ludwig's dodgeball tournament. They were handing out a lot of merch, and I was hanging out in like the backstage area where the boxes of merch were. And I was like, they got a lot of merch back here, and I want that polo. It's sick. So I yoinked it. Not really. I asked Radstats if I could have one, and he gave me one, but I kind of yoinked it. I didn't ask Ludwig. Also, thank you for that sub. Someone subbed before I even came out. Alvarogus, thanks for the tier 1, and Ty Guy 2022, thank you for the tier 1 as well. Yeah, so what's up? I'm here again. Another week, another stream, which means reacts. Podcast reacts. You guys know the drill. I'm actually surprised at how consistent I've been with the podcast reacts. We've been doing it for like the past few weeks now, so just wanted to keep it going. Also, my sleep schedule is completely in the gutter. I can't get out of it. I can't fix it. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I haven't seen the sun in a while. My mental's in the fucking trenches. And so I thought to myself, I can pull another, or I can stay up all night trying to sleep and hating my life, or I can just go live and do it on camera. So I'm on camera now, and I'm drinking cold brew at 10 p.m. So it's fucking cooked, is what I'm trying to say. Hey, March, love your work. Thanks. I'm feeling very defeated with the work lately, but that feels good to hear. Thank you. You would have made a great sub for Team Podcast at Dodgeball. I think that was just for hosts, but you're right. I would have. They should have let me play. Put me in, coach. Hey, Wednesday. Hey, Roseberry Tea Room. Have you taken melatonin before? I have. It makes me feel really groggy the next day, which is why I try not to. Mood. This time of year sucks. Yeah. Anybody else getting fucking owned by seasonal depression? Yo, I caught one of the Mogul polos too. Yeah, I yoinked it, and I like it a lot. It's good. It's got a good fit. It's got a good feel to it. Yeah, me. Hi. What's up, Archie? Okay, so the new set is out. Reviews have been mainly positive, but there's been some feedback, some negative-ish feedback, some of it constructive that I've been trying to aggregate and apply where it makes sense. So that'll be a topic that we discuss today, as well as the podcast reacts. I have a to-do list of shit that I'm going to go to Hassan's house and do tomorrow to change before our episode this weekend. Saturday morning, we're recording an episode with Extra Emily. Leaked. Extra Emily's the next guest. You asked if I wanted to go down and meet Hassan in the bottom story of Barley and Hops at TwitchCon 22. Appreciate you, even though I turned it down. TwitchCon 2022. Was that in Europe? I was probably drunk. I'm sure they would have. That sounds like me though. Oh, San Diego. Yeah, I was probably drunk. Will she T-pose the whole time? Probably. Will Cutie be back for that? Yes. Cutie was supposed to be. That's another comment that I saw a bunch, which is like, we waited for Cutie, and Cutie was supposed to be on that last episode, but last minute she bailed because she extended her trip back to Los Angeles from visiting family for the holidays by an extra day, and Stavros was only available that one day that we filmed. Technically, we could have pushed the set back another week, but we had already pushed it back like a month, and so we were just like, let's just do it, which I'm kind of regretting now because like everybody was like, kill yourself, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right, and so maybe I shouldn't have done that, or well, we all agreed to do it. It wasn't my decision alone. We all kind of collectively were like, let's just do it. But it's okay because she'll be back Saturday for the episode with Extra Emily, which will be the real first episode in the set, in my mind. In true Fear and fashion, the rollout for the new set was a little bumpy, which was expected. But I have a list of stuff that I need to improve / want to improve before the next episode. Primarily the lighting. Audio, I already know how to fix it. I already know what was wrong, and it was kind of out of my control, but it'll be better for the next one. The camera angles, I'm going to adjust slightly, and then I'm going to probably no new chairs this week, but I'm going to go to Hassan's house and measure that space and see what we can do. I mean, the chairs are the same chairs that they used at the last set, but it looks worse when there's no table covering them, so I don't know. Anyway, just to give you guys a little update on what's been going on with my life. Ever since we launched the new set, I have been in a manic episode trying to visualize how best to like punch it up and elevate it. Are you going to do GTRP? No. Probably not. Maybe. Probably not, though. It was a soft launch, yeah. It was for the best of Kieran and Derek because they talked about boobs and cock more than usual. Yeah, that's true too. Just switch the episodes around? Yeah. 70 fucking big ones.
70 big ones mark a yacht.
Thank you for the 70 fucking big ones. Goddamn. Thank you, Deacons. 70 in a row, too. That's crazy. Welcome back, brother. We like it regardless. Yeah, like I said, the reception's been mostly positive, but I needed it to be like resoundingly positive, and maybe my expectations were just too high because whenever you give somebody something new or change something very dramatically, you're never gonna make everybody happy. So maybe I should have just expected that a little more, but also a lot of the criticism was good. Really constructive and actually helpful, and so I'm not a fucking like production overlord, you know. Like if it's not obvious, you know, I'm entirely self-taught, and I'm always learning, and I'm always trying to fucking learn, and like, but I'm not like this like traditionally trained like fucking film school production nerd who is like just a wizard when it comes to like lighting and audio and stuff. I just try my best, and usually it's good enough, but building an entirely new studio is a task with a shitload of points of failure. And I did it alone, basically. And so, you know, sometimes there's some stuff that goes wrong, but it's okay. The next episode will be noticeably better, I think. And again, I feel like it's consistent with our branding, that things can be a little scrappy and scuffed at times. So, you know, it happens. Let's be honest, a large part of Fioran fans are Hassan's fans, and you'll never be able to make them all happy. I guess. I like the set. The lighting can be softened at some point, maybe. But IDK, design looks like you got You got to let it cook a little. People will chill out about it. Change is so weird for people at the beginning. Yeah, exactly. Love the coloring in the set. Very vapor wavy vibes, which was for sure the intention with the new branding. So here's the thing. We gave the set designer people like the prompts, and they gave us that color palette and that set, which I think like 70% of it is good and 30% of it ish missed the mark, and that's my bad for not like being more I guess firm and assertive about like wanting things changed. But I'm like so non-confrontational with like people who are hiring to do stuff. I'm like, I don't want them to feel bad or like they did anything wrong. So I'd rather just like let them do the thing and then go in and change it after the fact, which is kind of where we're at. Like there used to be these like neon green like shower curtains where that fold out thing is over the table, over the window. Let me get if I can get a picture. Let me get a visual for you guys. Also, this video that I shot for Ray came out today, so we'll watch that too. So, right here, where is it? Right here, where this fold-out thing is, this was originally not supposed to be there. This was originally supposed to be, like a window. So there's a window there, and originally there was these like bright neon green, like literally shower curtains there, and they were a huge eyesore in my opinion. I didn't love them, so I axed them and I put this divider thing that was not going to be used and didn't make the cut at the end over it, which I think actually made it look a lot better. But one thing I didn't think about, because I don't watch their podcast, was that it looks just like fucking Trash Taste podcast background. I think it might even be the exact same fucking dividers that they use. And so, of course, everybody's like, LMAO, knock off Trash Taste, which is a super fair criticism. Like, there is a lot of overlap in our audiences. We've had the Trash Taste boys on our podcast. Our Hassan has been on their podcast. So like there's gonna be some like overlap in audience. So I totally get it. When people were saying like it's like budget Trash Taste, it's budget Trash Taste, I was like, why? Because there's like a couple anime figurines. That seems like a stretch. And then I looked and I was like, oh, the divider thing is like so Trash Taste. And that was like completely just coincidental and unlucky on my point. And that wasn't even originally supposed to be there. I was just using it to cover up something else that I didn't already like about the set. And the purple, I think the purple is fine. Like they have like purple lighting. We have a literally purple painted room. It's definitely still different enough, but I can see how people draw the comparison for sure. Can you change the white interior inserts into something patterned? I'm gonna axe this. I think what I was gonna get to is I'm gonna axe this, probably not for next episode, because I have to go to Hassan's house and measure the window lengths. But one thing I looked up, which made me happy, because again, I didn't design. I mean, I helped with the design and like the mood board and like the theme of the room, but I didn't actually like set design it. We hired people to do that, and then I gave like some feedback, and then they kind of made it happen. Is this inside Hassan's house? Yeah, it's in Hassan's house. And sorry if I'm missing some messages. I'm just rambling right now. But so that was another feedback. Somebody said the middle corner of the room feels cluttered. That was another piece of feedback that I got that I completely agree with. A lot of the feedback hurt to read, obviously, because it's hard to fucking read people like judging, but a lot of it was very helpful because it articulated things that I felt but I couldn't like put into words. So I agree, the middle area does feel cluttered. So another thing I'm going to do for next episode is just remove some stuff and try to open it up a little bit more, make it feel less cluttered. Like probably get rid of some of the hanging shirts, probably get rid of this plant here. I'm open to suggestion. Maybe a Memphis pattern curtain design. The room is giving late 80s, early 90s MTV. Memphis pattern curtain. What is that? Oh, yeah, so I'm trying to get away from this. The room is for sure giving late 80s and early 90s. But wait, please not the plant. The plant fucks so hard. This plant? Okay, I'll keep the plant. I think the clutter too is because the left is so empty, so the comparison, it feels like a lot. You mean like, oh, because of this white thing that's just like blank? Yeah, I can see that. I think this shot, let me see. I think the single on Hassan is good. I think the single on the other two needs some work, but it's okay. Can you angle the shelf? Dude, there's no room. There's no fucking room. That shelf is up against... That's the other thing is like, the room is so small. Let me show you guys. Everything is pushed up to each other. New seats. So these green seats, I don't know if you know, but these green seats are the same seats that they sit on the old set. You just can't see them because they're small and uncomfortable. And actually, I don't think you can see them in any angle. But it's the same chairs. But yes, I'm gonna measure out this. So the problem with new seats too is like, we can't really put a couch here because one, the space is super limited, but these need to be chairs because we will have guests, and when we do that, it'll open up. I'm gonna have to push them apart and put another chair, and put 3 chairs against the wall basically, and give somebody a handheld mic essentially, just because we're so limited on space. But I'm getting derailed. What I was gonna say is, one thing I did look up is that apparently maroon complements purple. I was looking at colors that complement purple, and maroon's on this list. And so, as a way to kind of inject some of our old branding and kind of make some like connect it back to just like our original branding and kind of make it feel more like Fear and less like a Trash Taste, for example, I'm gonna axe this white thing in the back and put curtains in that window, but put like dark red maroon curtains in that window, and then maybe find some sort of like dark red maroon like furniture, like whether it be chairs or something. So that's the current plan. And then clear up some of this clutter, and I think that'll help a lot. And then fix the lighting too. So another thing I wanted to show you guys: Agree Move shirts. Cutie recommends plants. Cutie recommends plants. What do you mean? Like she said that separately somewhere else? But yeah, plants help always. But again, space is very limited. But yeah, we'll keep the plant then. Sounds great. Get comfy looking chairs. Bro, I don't know what you want from me. There's no space. Are y'all able to fit 5 people in there? Yes. So what will happen is we'll scoot over to off camera. We'll zoom out, and then we'll insert a 3rd chair in between the 2. And that'll be basically at capacity. That's what will happen. What do you think of multiple main and secondary light sources to add dynamic lighting to the shot? Okay, I'm going to show you something, and then you guys can get a better understanding of what the situation is. So this is what the other side of the room looks like. Also, thank you for the gifted sub, Opa. How are you doing, brother? Is the room just that small? Yes. Yes. So this is a 0.5. This is a 0.5 lens. Lannis AA, thanks for the sub. So this is a 0.5 lens. So the room actually looks bigger in this picture than it is. This is 0.5 on the iPhone. So if you can see, one of the cameras is in the fucking bathroom because there's no fucking room. Like if that door was closed, if you see the tripod is in the bathroom. So like if that door was closed, the camera would have to be even closer. Other camera is you have to close the door, and then I have to position the camera wide. This is the wide that I position in the right spot. Right now it's scooted over because the door's open, but when we're rolling, the door can't open because the camera's in the way. And then the third one is sandwiched between this wall and the monitor that they look at, and this is the solos on Hassan and the couch. So the lighting situation is bad, obviously. All you have is these harsh overhead light tubes, which I'm going to diffuse tomorrow. Ceiling mounted cameras, I mean, I guess, but I don't think the cameras are the problem. The problem is there's no space to add lighting. I don't think the cameras are fine. I can like readjust the angle a bit and like, and so people are like, yo, bring back the brown table. It's like, okay, bro, where the fuck do you want me to put a brown desk in the middle of all this? Like, what? You want me to take the coffee table out and then just put like a giant desk in the middle? And then like, then what? Time to knock down the bathroom wall. And for anybody wondering, I wish I took a bit. So I only happened to take this picture just coincidentally. I didn't take this picture for any specific reason. I forgot why I took this picture, like the last day we were shooting. But, and I wish I took more pictures. And when I go back, I'll take more and then come back to stream and show you guys some more. But so this over here to the left, there's a little bit of space over here, and it's a sliding door closet that we took the sliding doors off the hinges, and it's just like a little closet, and we took the shelving out, and then I pushed a small tiny desk into the wall, and that's where I have like 2 monitors set up and a keyboard and a mouse and a computer. So I'm in the closet. That came out. That's not what I meant, but you know what I mean. It's not what I meant. So look, it's great. It's great. We can make this work. Some cool stuff that you guys don't see off camera, which makes me sad. It is a CD rack full of PS1 games and CDs that all actually have the discs in them. I don't know how that happened, and some other cool stuff that just doesn't get seen. But it's okay. I'm gonna miss seeing people come in and out of the doors in the old setup. Yeah. I mean, I think there'll just be new things that happen. I don't know. I will say this. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. We will probably still use the old set when we have big groups of people. So, like, if we have 6 guests, like a Nick and Milena type episode, which, you know, we can have 6 guests, we'll just do it on the old set. Because I bought entirely new gear, like new cameras, new mics, new computer for this room, the old set is still functional. It's still there. So in the event that we need more room, we will probably use that old set. So it'll still happen from time to time. So it's not gone forever. As is, I thought the new set was sick. Those chairs Will and Austin were sitting on are god-awful. They're the same chairs that we've been sitting on for 73 episodes. I don't know what to tell you. You just haven't seen them ever. Because they've been covering them. Why is this a recommended episode for me? See, look at this little green chair. See this little green chair? Green chair. It's the same chair. You just can't see them because there's a table. It's the same chairs. Yeah, apparently this couch sucks. So, look, I have a list of things that I want to change in order of priority. So I see the feedback about the chairs and stuff, but like, there's simply just not a lot of space to put another couch here. And then it's like, where would I clamp the mics to? We'd have to, like, there's like, you could be like, oh, use a mic stand that goes over the couch and goes into that, but like there's just the wall, you know, there's no space. So I'm trying to figure it out. So my week has been spent just trying to like think of all possible like options on how to fix things. And so I have like a to-do list in order of priority. And so number one priorities are dial in the audio. Obviously, that's number one, and I already know how to do that. So the next episode will have much clearer audio. I mean, this is what happens. It's a new set. Like, it's basically was a test run, and so the next one will be a lot more dialed in. That's the plan, at least. And then the second thing is try to like fix the lighting. So I'm gonna add like some diffusion on this, like somehow, so that the top lighting is not so harsh. And then I don't know how I'm gonna do this yet. I'm gonna figure this out tomorrow. I'm gonna go to like our local store that we have here in Hollywood that has like a ton of production gear and lights and cameras and stuff, and like just see what they got. I have some ideas of what I want, but I kind of wanted to open this up to you guys too, because maybe there's some production Annies in the chat that have like some solutions. So like, but now you have a visual of what the situation is. It's like, how am I supposed to add warm front lighting to this when I have no space? My immediate thoughts was get some sort of like nan light tube lighting, like one of these guys, a longer version, like one of these guys, like the longer versions. Oh my god, these are $1,000. A 2-pack or a 3-pack is $1,500. Jesus fucking Christ! Like a 2-pack of these, and then just like prop them up in a super scuffed way, like on some hooks, maybe a tall tripod that goes over here, and like I don't know where one would go over here, and then just kind of have that be like some front kind of warmer lighting. Get 4 more DG Razor chairs. Yeah, that would be sick, actually. Chairs would not really matter. Maybe a wider lens and a different angle so there is less legs in the frame. So, I mean, this is a 16 millimeter lens. It's 16 to 35. It's punched into about 20 to 22 millimeters right now. I don't know like how wider would give less legs. It's like if I angled this up and cut them off at their waist, you would just get a shitload of ceiling. Does that make sense? Unless I'm like high and like misunderstanding how that would look. If you hang a beige sheet, the light will look a little more natural and complement the set, I think. Like a beige sheet over this thing. That's good. That's good feedback. That could work. I'm gonna write that down. That sounds good. Beige sheet for overhead. I was gonna do a white sheet, but that makes more sense. Nano leaf lighting. Yeah, I'm gonna put up a bunch of nano leaves. Just make it an RGB gamer room. We know you're trying. Thank you. Yeah, I really, I'm not joking when I say that since Monday, this has been plaguing my brain. I've been having dreams about it. That's not a fucking joke. I've been like going to bed in like a weird fugue state because my sleep schedule's already been so bad that I've been going to bed at like 5 a.m. and then like sleeping through the rest of the day and waking up every couple hours to like answer emails and messages. And then I like go to bed and like I have like an hour-long dream about like this room, and I'm like, oh fuck. That's actually how I thought of the maroon thing. In a dream. You should do a 3-point lighting setup with a grid up top so you can move them on the ceiling for each person. A 3-point lighting setup with a grid. Wait, what's a 3-point lighting setup? You want me to like hang bars up there, bro? How much room do you think I have? What if you swap the tube lighting with some LED ones that you can adjust color with to make it less harsh? I'll have to look into that. So I didn't rig these lights. The set builders rigged these lights. So I need to just get up there and see how like feasible that is. But that's potential. That's another thing I'm going to check out. Put the camera in the hallway and zoom in. It would be flatter the image and give a more natural look. Put the camera in the hallway? You want me to put it in here? back here in Zoom, but like it's not direct, so like it would get cut off by this wall. You would have to have a higher table to cover their legs and just screw in the mics on there, but you would have to replace the table. So I'm not against replacing this table. I'm really not. I think it's possible if I find the right table for the shape of the room. But I think that's a little bit lower on the priority list. I think the highest priority for sure is audio and lighting, and then probably getting rid of the like adding curtains instead of that backdrop thing. Man, this studio seems more limited than the old one. It is in a lot of ways. It is in a lot of ways. The only way it's better is that it's dedicated for this, so I don't have to use Hassan's like stream setup and swap things over after every single shoot. Like once the lighting and the audio is dialed in, it'll be much better because it'll be set and forget, and it'll make my life way easier. It's just getting it off the ground and problem solving this is just a little difficult. Yeah. Let me see. I think better balance of lighting would make faces dominant over the legs and frame. Yeah, you're totally right about that. Do you draw these or have a mood board? It's a mood dream at work. Do you guys have room for bean bags instead of chairs? Helps fill that low space in wide shots. Dude, I don't know if putting them in bean bags would be the play. When the cameras are closer but less zoomed in, how would that affect the Just buy a new room. When you took this pic, the studio looked bigger? Okay, so are you saying I should lift this camera up and angle it down to try to recreate like this shot, kind of? I can try. I mean, I'll try to do that. I mean, that's not going to solve the legs thing. Like, there's still going to be legs. I'll do that though. I think that's a really good suggestion. This is a good visual. So thank you for this. I agree this angle does look nicer. Higher angle could be nice. Well, this camera can go up. We can angle the camera higher easily. That's actually a pretty easy fix, thankfully. A higher angle, I like the angle does look nicer. I just checked and there's color adjusting tube lights. You could swap out the bulbs you have now. Easy fix. Yeah, I don't know how easy it would be to swap these out because I didn't set those up, but I will when I go tomorrow I'll check that for sure. Do you plan on using the retro TV, like looping a video or something? So this is actually a Mac. This is actually an iMac, like a Macintosh computer for any boomers out there who remember. But it's not hooked up. I honestly don't think we'll hook it up to anything. But maybe I'll replace it with something at some point. That's lower on the to-do list, but it looks like one of those VCR TV combos. No, that's a Mac for sure. You could green screen it. Yeah, I did think about that. Have you looked into Godox? They're inexpensive and light. Okay, so back to the issue that I'm having trouble like trying to figure out is, yeah, I'm not like a lighting wizard. So if anybody has straight up hard recommendations specifically on like specific products, whether it be like a little panel, I need something that is low profile, like it has a small footprint, but can put out a good amount of light. The nice thing is, because the room is so small, I don't need anything like super powerful or like huge to, I think, get a lot of value. But yeah, I can help. Okay, I mean, yeah, anything that you want to suggest. The yard has amazing lighting. I know. The yard set is also like 4 times as big as this room. Like, they have so much space. I'm in a fucking closet. Ask yard set designer. I want to kill myself. Did the old set also from the higher angle? It's a little bit higher angle, yeah. No, don't kill yourself. You're so sexy. Haha. I do recommend with color and contrast to bring some white swaths into the space. Makes things look bigger. Also will contrast against dark elements in the room. Couch, guests, dark curtains. So when you say white swaths, what do you mean by that? Like white pieces of furniture, or like... I don't think that's the problem. It's more to this angle. You are staring at knees rather than looking at them. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm going to go for an angle like this on the next one, among other things. Should have stolen this and that. Maybe something like this. Hold on, I gotta change my scene just in case this doxes me. The problem with this is I think this might still be too big. Like, this might take up too much space. That's why I was leaning towards tubes. That's why I was leaning towards tubes instead of panels. But I mean, I'm curious to hear your point of view on that idea. Remove all those sweaters. Yeah, that was the other thing. Is in terms of like clutteredness. Oh god, looking at this angle, I like this angle so much. Or sorry, I like this angle so much more. Yeah, I need to change that. Yeah, as far as clutteredness goes, yeah, I think I'm just gonna kill the sweaters entirely, which Austin is gonna freak out because I'm gonna take the Viking sweater away. But it's nothing personal, I promise. They have smaller ones too. If you're going to a prop / set store, I'm sure they'll have LED color control tubes. It's not a prop store, but it's this place called Sammy's Camera in Hollywood. It's basically like a department store for like all things production. So they have like an entire floor dedicated to like production lighting. I thought the clutter was intentional. I mean, some of it's intentional, but not all of it. It's too much purple. Yeah, purple on purple. I agree. We just want the calendar. Everybody's, bro, the calendar is not me. It's Cutie. We just got some edits back on it today, so I don't know. If I had to guess, by the end of this year, you'll have some website that you can click and look at it. I will ping Cutie about it when I see her on Saturday, though. Okay. I feel like maybe this is smaller. Oh, these are way too small. I have some of these. These are like for hot shoes for like cameras. This might be more in the realm of what we need though. These are for sure too small though. I think just going in person will help a lot with physically seeing my options. Sammy just goaded. I would just ask the guy there and describe the show the room, or show them the room. People at Sammy are super knowledgeable and helpful. Yeah, I have a friend who works there who I was gonna ask if she had any advice. Your apartment looks very cozy. Thanks. I'm gonna have to move out in like a month, which has also been another huge stressful thing in my life. Is I have to find a place to live because my lease is up and my landlord is selling the house, so I can't renew my lease. So I have to fucking leave during the holidays. So it's like on top of all this, I'm just like house hunting, and I've toured like 10 places, and all of them have been really fucking trash, and so it's bumming me out. White swaths could be a white couch right now. The folding screens are working to break up the space. The folding screens? Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, the purple in between. The purple is between pastel and the midtones, so the maroon curtains will need to be dark to contrast. The purple is between pastel. So the maroon curtains will... Yeah, they were going to be like a darker red. Similar to our logo's red, but maybe even slightly darker. Move into the set, dude. True. So yeah, it'll be a tough month, but hey, we carry on. I can do this. So yeah, thoughts on tubes. I've used these on sets before, and I feel like they're low profile and they get the job done. Thoughts? And I can kind of put them up wherever, and like people can kind of like duck around them. How will you displace the light? Like, you mean like have like a little softbox for them? I mean, I don't know. I feel like the room is small enough that it'll kind of just like fill it up regardless. Like the room is really small. But you're right. See you, Omega Reagan. Good night. Damn, that's expensive. Yeah, production shit. Place one at the perfect height so only Hassan has to duck. Yeah. Yeah, I'll like diffuse the top light. I was thinking like maybe even putting a tube, like it's gonna sound crazy, but like even putting a tube like on this thing. See this like table right here? Like just putting a tube there. Cause like when they're sitting down, this is like chest height. This is like chest height. If I were to lay a tube horizontally across this, this is like, this is like, am I crazy for thinking that would like provide a lot of warm light? Am I smoking reef? Not gonna lie, the purple really gives off strong trash taste vibes. I know, man. I know. I know. That wasn't intentional. I know. I'm cooking. Actually, outing LEDs under the table might look good to give some color to the set. I mean, there are LEDs here, but maybe like putting like strips or something could be cool. I think your best bet is making a ceiling grid so you can mount them on the ceiling. I don't think I can do that in Hassan's house. Especially not before Saturday. Let's also just think time frame here. I need to get something better looking tomorrow. Maybe like long-term goals, I can add a lighting grid. Like we film our episode with Extra Emily Saturday morning, so fast cheap solution would be ring lights. I don't think ring lights. A light in the top ceiling corner, like right up here. I don't know if that would like light them the way that they want them though. Time frame, either sealing tubes or sheet, I think. Or swapping tubes or sheet, I think. Thanks for scheduling Emily on the pod. You're welcome. When is Cutie's concert? It's Saturday. As for time, I don't know. Also, I scheduled Emily for 10 a.m. on the podcast on Saturday because she's doing Cutie's concert afterwards, so I didn't want it to conflict, and that was the only time she could shoot. But then I realized that apparently Soda Popman's World of Warcraft Guild is raiding Molten Core on Saturday, which Will is a part of, and I asked somebody in chat what time they were gonna raid, and apparently they have to be on at 8 a.m. Pacific. So does that mean like Will's not gonna be there? I don't know. Can you put a light on top of the camera? Probably not one that's strong enough. Will is not coming. Yeah, like So there's no Cutie next week again? Wait, why would that mean no Cutie? Do you think Cutie's in Soda Popman's Molten Core raid? Emily awake at 10 a.m. Yeah, we'll see. She agreed to it. So. Yeah, Saturday's so fucked with the concert and Molten Core. Toss up if Will dies of South like this. 4.0 launch is also tomorrow with WoW raids starting, so it's gonna be wild for them. Yeah, we'll see. We'll never get the game back together. I'm trying, man. Will is killing himself to make that raid. Yeah, I mean, if Will has to be able to make that raid, I respect it. I mean, obviously he'll be missed, and I want him, but how would you fit 5 people in the studio like this? So Will's mic, which is actually supposed to be Cutie's mic, but Stavros was in this chair, is on like a little side table that's being weighed down by a cinder block, and then the mic is clamped to that. But that table can, or that table and mic can be moved. It can be like shifted inward or outward to make more space for another chair. This is basically at capacity. Right over here is me being squished against the wall. So you just widen the frames. Yeah, I just zoom out a little bit. And then someone so the middle person would probably be the guest, unless the guest wants to be somewhere else. And yeah. Yeah, we can also make it so Hassan sits in a chair, and then the couch, which is a little more spacious, can seat 3 people. That's also an option. What if you set 2 panels out of frame on each side? So like one right here. Let's see, like that's the other part is I can't have like 5 tripods there. It just like it's cursed, bro. It's fucking cursed. I think the table has to go. It's a fire hazard. All right. Yeah, these white chairs were the original chairs that were thrown in the set. And so I brought back the green chairs instead because I liked them better and they are more comfortable than these white chairs. So right now it's the green chairs. The fire code of Hassan's house. I like the white chairs more, but I get if they're more comfortable. I mean, yeah, we can try an episode with the white chairs. We only have 2 of them, so. The white chairs look cool and comfy. This white chair looks comfier to you than this green one that's entirely cushioned. Am I high? So that looks great though. Love the Trigon poster and clothing. It'll be fun to swap things out too. Yeah, everything. I could just build a new set again. Yeah, alright, fuck it. Why not a Giant Furon logo poster behind the couch instead of the whole divider? That seems a little too in your face. The white chairs do add contrast since the room seems kind of dark. Maybe I'll bring the white chairs in and we'll try that. Yo, Andrew. How would I add lighting to this? How would I add front warm lighting to this room with no space? Tubes? I'm thinking tubes. Thoughts? It's the metal legs. Oh, the metal legs are what look. That is a Hank Hill size sitting chair on those. That is Hank Hill size sitting space on those white chairs, but they look. Some lights behind the divider. That's you're baiting me. That's actually just trash taste. Are we getting an episode with Ray anytime soon? I mean, I'm sure she'll come back around at some point in the future, probably. Is it possible to add another long couch instead of those chairs? So I've thought about this, and I'm not going to say it's completely out of the question, but it's hard because, like, if there's only two people, like, the mic is on the end, and I can't put the mic from the back reaching over because they're against the wall, there's no space, and I can't put the mic, like a mic stand in front of them because that would just block them and look weird. So, not really. The room actually isn't hot at all. They're pumping AC in there, and it's actually fine. I was worried it was gonna get hot, but it was actually fine. Work with what you have before spending money. I mean, I feel like I worked with what I have as much as I could. It's time to spend money. That shoe looks like it was in the Vietnam War. Really? I just bought these. They're just distressed on the seams. Like, that's just the design of them. These shoes are like 3 weeks old. What if fancy bench where you can attach mic on hardware like an armrest? You can attach the mic on hardware like an armrest. Can you send me an example of what that would look like? Maybe I can measure something. Get a refund on those shoes and spend it on the set? Let me teach you a fucking thing about fashion, you dripless nerd. This is what they look like. This is what they look like. This is a Song for the Mute Adidas Campus 80s Cream collab that just came out, okay? I'll learn you something today. These are fucking gasoline. But yeah, that's why they look like that. Cool. You didn't like my Eevee shirt on Sunday? Eevee shirt? Have Marat design something to hold the mics on like they can? Maybe. Are you a fucking gamer? I mean, I can game, dude. You trying to game? What are we playing? I'll game. Your other option would be to go with area room mics, but I don't know how much. Oh, hell no. No, I'm not doing that. Like a boom for the room? There's no way. I had the Fear Am poster. Oh, sick. I didn't realize that was you in chat. That was awesome. I've been playing the finals or the new Cop Sim thing. Wait, what are you trying to set up? Okay, so I'm just trying to fix the fucking... So, Carter, look how cramped this room is. So this is the new set for Fear Ed. One sec. Look how fucking cramped this room is. So, right now we just have this fucking harsh overhead lighting that I'm going to diffuse a little bit to make it less harsh. But I'm trying to figure out how to, like, add some warm front lighting to this without taking up too much real estate. Because we already have no room, as you can see. Clamp it on that table. Clamp the lighting on this table. So this is the monitor that they look at to look at like shit that I pull up and stuff. So are you saying like I clamp it on the back and have it like in this space above the monitor? Get a monopod ring light bounce off the wall from like 2 inches behind the monitor. This isn't a wall. This might be a little bit of an optical illusion. There's a closet in here. So I can't bounce it because it's too far away. Like this is a corner. Yeah. Summer Nicole, thank you for the sub. Yeah, it's like every time I like try to like think of a solution or dissect it, there's something that fucks it. But we can do this. We can do this. Ugh. Why does Hassan have a servant's bedroom? So there was 2 spare rooms. Well, there were guest rooms that could have potentially turned into this set. There was this one, which is downstairs, and there was one upstairs. And the one upstairs, which is the one we were originally going to go with, was a little bigger. Not by much, like barely bigger. It was like a little bigger, maybe like by a foot in each direction, which would have helped a lot actually. But ultimately he landed on downstairs because he's like, I think we should just and I totally respect his decision because he was like, I want to keep the downstairs of my house as like the content area. So like downstairs is where he streams and where his stream room is. Downstairs is where we podcast. Downstairs is where this set is. And he's like, I want to keep like the upstairs of my house more like of like the residential space. Like that's where his bedroom is. That's where like his parents sleep and like stuff like that. So I was like, I get it. Like you want to create like a separation. Downstairs is kind of like more where work and office spaces are, and like the upstairs is. So I get it. But like, so the result was this room, which was very tight. Originally, we actually entertained the idea of having me be in the bathroom and having like a desk in the bathroom and have like a producer nook in the bathroom. And I was like, no, dude, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And then like, because I don't even think it would have been worth it. Like we would have gotten like a little bit more space from the closet, but because the wide angle would have to live here anyway, it would get cut off and you wouldn't even get it anyway. So it just didn't make sense. And I was like, no, I'd rather be in the same room. And like, yeah. What if you get rid of one of those doors? So, I mean, he doesn't want us to like completely destroy his house, which is fair. If you use a newer ring light, the huge one, behind the monitor, it would be diffused enough by the time it hit everyone on the couch. It would be perfect. Like a ring light right here, tucked in the closet. Those ring lights are so harsh though. I have the Elgato ring light, which has diffusion and warmth options. Zelion, thank you. Ring light in the closet with March. You could also use Nanlite Pavo tubes. These things that I was just looking at? Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. I thought the Nanlites are a little bit softer. Could you put a tripod in that closet? So I could, yes, I could. There's enough space behind this monitor, like enough of a flat surface that I can put one of these little light stands there on like the smallest setting and like put it there and they have it over the monitor. I was thinking put one of the tubes under the monitor, but that would be, I don't know. You could totally fit a softbox behind the monitor, like above. Put a tripod with a nice softbox in that closet. Yeah, you're right. A nice rectangular square softbox that like I can diffuse a bunch of warm light and shoot it as like a rectangle at them. Yeah, like a panel basically. And then add a softbox to it. That's what I used to do in my old place, closet softbox. Yeah, I think that's going to be our best bet. That's going to be the best bet. Change the camera angle so it's a little bit higher up and pointed down. Put a big boy softbox here. Diffuse the overhead lighting a bit so it's not as harsh. And then we fucking ball. Need a light behind the room divider thing too. Like behind the actual thing. I'm gonna kill the divider, I think. Something beige wrap. Yeah, I'm gonna put beige wrap on this to warm it up. Lean more into the bisexual lighting. I could do that. We don't kill it. It's too sexy. All right, let me know if you want a game. Just message me or tell chat and they would tell me. I'm not playing any of the games that you named, but maybe. I was gonna play fucking 2v2 League Arenas later. I caught the illness again. I haven't played League in forever. So the problem with this is too big, isn't it? Like this circular softbox would be way too beefy, wouldn't it? Come in. Yeah. This would be too beefy, wouldn't it?
Oh, you're live.
Yeah, I'm live. Yeah. Oh, hi. By the way, this is Gabe.
Hi. I haven't been here in a while.
Some of you guys remember. Just use panels. So, Gabe, so what I've decided is we're going to change the camera angle from this to this.
Okay.
Higher up.
Okay.
Angled slightly down. We're going to put a big rectangular softbox on a tripod above the monitor and just shoot like a square of light in that direction. And like warm up the rest of the room. And I'm going to put beige lighting or beige diffusion on it to warm the overhead light on to actually make it usable. Also, thank you, Emma, for that raid. Welcome, raiders. We're talking about lighting and camera angles about the new podcast and not gaming. I'm sorry. What's up? How's that sound to you? You can get a rectangle. Wait, so you're saying I should get a rectangle even with this? So get the get a circular light, but then put a rectangular softbox on it. Is there any benefit to having a light like this versus a panel? Or does it fucking matter at all?
You can try. I can do like that. Take the boat off.
I have follow chat on. I know it's so I don't get fucking hate rated. So it's so I don't get like bots coming in here and spamming stuff. I'm sorry, raiders.
Want me to just pick grab one of the lights and work?
Can control the light more like that opposed to a panel. I like panels a little more, less direct.
Yeah, but that's
Way more light and more control if you have the circular, like the actual, like, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay. I'm feeling good about that, honestly. So no tubes is what you're saying. Somebody did suggest tubes, and so I really want to do tubes. But if you guys say no tubes, then I won't do tubes.
bring it back.
Because we only have a day.
To buy it.
I'd rather just buy it and get it over with.
But what if it's not good?
Then I'll return it.
That's though.
Yeah.
I'm just, I could just bring it all tomorrow.
I don't trust that.
You like having it?
We need to be fast.
What's faster? Amazon in 2 days.
No, I'm going to Sammy.
Oh.
What? Give it tubes on the ceiling for hair lights? Nah, that's not necessary. Panels will take up less room, though. See, my original thought was I was going to put a tube laying across the table right here. Dude, that would have worked. What do you... That would have worked. I almost want to do it.
All 4 of them
Yeah.
perfectly.
No. But it would have worked. What if you sticker bomb the divider instead of killing it for now? Yeah, I thought about doing that. I'm going to go there and measure the windows. And this will be the last episode with the divider. RIP divider. It'll be the last episode. And then we'll stop looking like trash taste set. And then I'll add curtains. Yeah. And also, I found out that maroon complements purple. So we could put some of our old coloring back in with maroon curtains here. And maybe some seating that is that color. And maybe like carpet too. Maybe a rug.
I'd rather sticker bomb the window.
True, we would rather sticker bomb the window than the divider. That's true.
Or they would.
Do it in spite to prove that it'll work. I want to so bad.
Or what?
The tubes.
Tubes will work.
AI thinks that the room should look like this for 4 guests. I'm so scared of pressing this link.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Wait.
What am I looking at?
What?
This is terrifying. What did you put in to prompt this?
Bro, it's like...
Did you put this in a AI prompt and say make it roomier or better lighting, or what'd you do?
What the fuck? Crazy.
Why is Destiny here?
Bro, Bill is fucked up.
And why is Hassan an amputee?
Oh, I didn't even know it.
How did it gentrify the set? When are the Fear Ant stickers releasing? There'll be some more coming out in January. And I'm working on getting the secret shop set up. I don't know, probably sometime this month. Bro, listen, I have my plate full, okay? Don't you get it? Is that Chris Pratt? Yeah, Chris Pratt. It's a song Chris Pratt, Destiny, and I don't know who this would be. What? Yeah.
Oh, she's never been in the set. What
Yeah,
am I
get
talking
fucked.
about? Right.
What's the girl's at? Okay, that's enough of this picture.
I mean, I have panels in my car right
Are they?
now.
Can they be warmed up?
Yeah.
Could be good. We would need to add a softbox regardless. It's okay. I'll just buy shit tomorrow. I mean, I need you all day tomorrow.
Are you gonna tell me this?
Yesterday,
You did not.
you said you need me on Friday, and I was like, yes. You're like, I work tomorrow, but I could do Friday. I was like, okay, good.
That's not.
Exactly how the
That
conversation
is
went.
not.
Yes, it is.
I'll do it though.
So how are you gonna bring stuff tomorrow if you're busy? When was
I'm
I
not
gonna?
saying I'm busy.
Oh, okay, yeah, I need you all day tomorrow.
Okay. I didn't say I was busy. Well, I'm busy at 7:30.
That's fine. Yeah. I do really like all the plants on the set. I just need.
The deal, chat.
Yes, we made a
I'm
deal.
gonna do it.
He's gonna do it. I'll try to find Cutie's old VODs about design. Dude, okay, can somebody link me the guy on TikTok that's like famous for like the using the root space in a room correctly? What is that called?
Oh, who's that guy?
Like that guy who like can rearrange shit in a room. The feng shui guy, yeah. Can somebody link me his shit? Because I want to show him this room and be like, what would you do with this room? But does he do stuff if it's because I know he does livable spaces, but will he do stuff it's like the cameras need to be pointing in this direction? Like, how would you make this work in this direction? If we can somehow get in contact with that guy and have him feng shui our set, that would be crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna play right now.
Are you? I'm down, and also I want to start making moves earlier than later, so time to.
12:30.
You're down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's not bad.
I'm down to start making moves. It says I'm drinking. Yeah, 10. It says I'm drinking coffee at 11 p.m. Shit. Okay. Also, hey Leslie, what's up? This
I
guy.
need your help.
Oh
So this
god.
is my room. I just moved in about
I
6
love
months ago.
TikTok.
This is what you did.
Okay.
Your help.
This guy. Okay, I need this guy to feng shui our set. Like,
Add him on Discord right now.
yeah. If anybody knows this
What's
guy,
his Discord?
Dear Modern. Okay, Dear Modern. How many followers could he have, and are we cloud enough to get in touch? He has 2.9 million followers.
Gaps it.
He does gap us, but we can totally get in touch with him. I'm gonna have Hassan reach out. Did you say he's cute? Don't thirst over the fucking feng shui guy, bro. Okay, like for example, for anybody who doesn't know who this guy is,
So this is my room. I just moved in about 6 months ago.
so people tell them, like show them his room, and he like remakes them with these little 3D printed models, and then he shows you how to make it better.
This is what you did. So the trick is to create zones decided by the natural qualities of the room. Here is the darkest and least energy part, so the bed stays here, but there's a door. So we'll block it and create a little room using storage units to create this little sleeping nook or sleeping room. I will rotate the bed so it does not face the door but face the window instead. Now with this nice entry zone next to the bathroom, I'll place the dressers here to create a dressing area, of course. Next to the window with the most light, instead of a desk, I'll have a table so you can work without your back towards the room and entertain a friend. In the middle here, I'm going to mount my TV over the fireplace and create a nice sitting area using a round rug and round coffee table to acknowledge this funny shape of the room, and of course a curved couch. If you don't have a curved couch, no worries, a chaise lounge with a little side table works just as well. And with a room this big, I suggest the bed only used for sleeping, and of course, the Christmas tree. So now you know!
That was a
I
lot,
need your help.
but also, wait, hold on.
So this is my room. I just moved in about 6 months
This
ago.
is a great room,
This is what you
but
did.
she has a desk. Was there a computer on that desk? Because if so, where'd the desk go?
So the
Where'd
trick is
where'd my computer go? My man literally got rid of my computer. Also, X Arthur, thank you for the tier 1, brother. Anyway, I need to show him our set and be like, yo, what's up? Fix this for us. That would be such good content, actually.
Okay, wait, what can you even do?
Yeah, I don't know how we can change. You literally can't change anything in this room, but it will be funny for him to try to like tackle that.
You know what's crazy? One of the biggest, not complaints, but one of the biggest things is like, they sit on those chairs, they're gonna be so uncomfortable. Like,
It's the same chairs.
What
baby.
they've been
Yeah.
sitting on.
No, people have already been coming into my chats being like, y'all need new chairs. I was like, brother, it's been the same chairs for 73 episodes. I don't know what to tell you.
the white ones maybe, but no one sat on those.
Yeah. You can design the room yourself. It's free. Yeah, I mean, I think we're locked into like the orientation of things in that room. I think it's more so just adjusting lighting and like taking away some clutter. Also, the other thing is, yeah, decluttering this space somehow, probably getting rid of the stuff in the middle and
Yeah.
figuring that out. Because the middle does look way cluttered compared to. Look at that goddamn cat. It's a good cat right there. That's true. That is. He is a good guy.
Good boy.
He ain't like that.
There was a big light that it was the craziest light.
Yeah, there was a big light in there, but it was not helpful. Big agree. Heat and electronics. Chat. Don't put TVs on top of fireplaces. Is that real?
Fire and electronics, no.
So the feng shui guy was wrong, is what you're saying.
Did you tell Chad that literally everything in there like, works for no reason?
Oh yeah, everything in the room is functional. Yeah,
Like, we don't know why.
we don't know why.
That CD player on the wall, like, oh, wow, I don't want to spoil
Yeah, it's fine. They'll figure it out.
the tapes and stuff.
Yeah. I told them about this.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's CDs and there's the PS1 games and CDs in here that all have actual discs in them. Yeah.
Are you gonna erupt?
Not tomorrow, but well, tomorrow I'm gonna measure stuff.
Okay. All right. Have a good stream.
Thanks. I will. Fix this. Also, don't get rid of our computers. Yeah, I think it'd be funny for him to see like our space and then probably just have an aneurysm. So we're saying. So in conclusion, no tubes. We're axing the tubes. We're just doing one softbox strobe thing over here. Big rectangular thing that makes everything warmer. What's the lighting used for the original pick? This is just the room lighting. This is just these two lights turned off and just like the overhead warm lights. And then the camera's sensor is putting in a lot of work there. The line of sight is too high for what? For the tubes? Yeah. Oh, shit. You can't see the rooms. My bad. Okay, I think we have a game plan. Fix audio, add some lighting. I feel like if I add some lighting, it can't possibly get worse, right? Add some diffusion to the top lights. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Hair light. Do you guys have a fire extinguisher just in case? Nah, we don't need that. For what? For what? It'll be fine. Can I ask what room is through the purple walls decor? Which one? Where? This? This is a bathroom. For the fixed audio, I'm sure you have an idea on what to do, but if you want, I have Pro Tools and can run the audio through to make it sound more professional. Well, no, I know what's wrong with the audio, and I can dial it in. I mean, it shouldn't be a problem, but I'll keep that in mind, but it should be fine. So convenient to have a bathroom in there, I guess, but I don't know if anybody will be using it during the actual show. What's behind the divider? It's a window. Austin will 100% use it? Maybe. I'm going to miss the table. I mean, I genuinely considered how to add the table because part of me misses it too. I just don't know how I would add a table in here. like an actual table without like sacrificing leg room. Like there's just no way, right? Does anybody have a link to a table that would work here? Do you know why YouTube Music doesn't have Fear End as a podcast? Google's podcast should have it. I don't know why YouTube Music. I can see how small the space is, so I'm just accepting the loss. It's still a nice set. You can make one. The table is just a slab of wood. True. Get a rectangular one and raise it up so you can cover their legs. Yeah, what if I just get like a really long standing desk? Like a standing desk that covers... Like an angular standing desk that goes like boop, boop. Is that room smaller than the stream room? Yes. Yeah. Excuse me. Maybe a foldable L desk if that exists. I can already foresee Cutie having blankets draped over in future apps, cozy vibes. Probably. Cammy should have just switched the rooms around. That would have been so much work. He would not have been down. What's the problem with their legs? I have noticed that people hate seeing legs. Yeah, we'll switch to this angle. I almost don't want to react to the podcast and watch the new episode now because I hate it. Higher table would look awkward with the couch. Yeah, if we got a table, we would definitely need to swap the couch out, I think. Because that would look weird. Sitting at a table with a couch would look strange. Audio only episode incoming, yeah. I think it's more about the angle. Currently their legs are so in the viewer's face. Okay, I'll change the angle and that should help a lot, I think. Okay. Let's watch this shit. I gotta pee.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fear and Podcast live for the first time in our brand new studio with your favorite hosts and our amazing guest, Stavros Halkias.
That was the one rebuke I was going to make about the being called it thing is we all lived through the 90s. I've been called the F slur plenty.
But for what reasons, though?
Being bad at video games.
Right.
Falling on a skateboard.
Right.
Wearing a helmet while biking.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's got to feel like a hate
eating
crime.
like a type of food that other people thought was lame. Like it's everything.
Yeah. But I think it's got to, you have, that's where a little.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm going to say something I'm gonna bear all. This is why you come to this stream to watch my fucking reacts on this, because I'm gonna give you the inside scoop. Okay, I'm gonna give you the skinny on this. One sec. Thank you for the 88 months. Are you gonna get banned for not believing that F slur? So actually, Gabe J Ruiz in the chat is the one who I hand the edits off to. So I live cut the show in the studio. But for any like bleeps or anything like that, I hand it off to Gabe. So he's actually the one who missed that one. So if we get banned, it'll be because of him. Then you can just blame him. But what I was gonna say is, so the reason the audio is so scuffed in this episode is because I bought a new. So when I was buying a mix, or when I was buying all the new gear for this set, I bought a new mixer for it. I bought a Rodecaster Pro 2, which is a great piece of gear. I use it for podcasting remotely whenever we're traveling. I actually use it as my audio interface here at home. It's never crapped out on me. I mean, well, yeah, the Rodecaster Pro 2 has never crapped out on me. The Rodecaster Pro 1, which Hassan uses, has crapped out on me, but it's also very dated and broken in a lot of ways. And so I bought another Rodecaster for this set at Sammy's Camera, and I'm putting them on blast. I'm airing them out, because up until now I've only ever bought Rodecaster Pro 2s off Amazon, but I bought one in person at Sammy's. And the day, like 2 days before the shoot, I'm opening the box, setting it up, and right out the gate, out the box, the LED panel on the screen is just completely torn off, just out of the box. And there is a note that says like checked for quality or something. So I'm assuming they sold me like a refurbished or like a refurbished one. And so I stuck the panel back on, and it turned on just fine. So I was like, okay, that's weird. Set everything up, did some audio tests with Austin. Everything sounded good. Plugged everything in. I was like, all right, let's shoot this episode. Start rolling on this new piece of gear, which I've used like models of before and with no problems. But this specific one is the first time I'm recording on it with 4 people off a computer and stuff. And I noticed like 8 minutes into our episode that the audio level visualizer on the actual thing is like lagging out like crazy. Like it's like stuttering like crazy and lagging out. Like I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? And I noticed like the levels everywhere are just like stuttering. So I stopped the show and I'm like, all right, guys, hold on. I need to make sure that this is working. Check the recording. It's super scuffed, like very scuffed, like robotic and glitchy and just like not salvageable, not usable. So the reason why this episode starts so just hits the ground running, there's like no intro at all, is because there's actually like 8 to 10 minutes of footage at the top of the show that are just missing. Like this actually, like Gabe stitched this together to make it look like intentional, but there's actually like a 10-minute intro that is missing from this show that has just gone to the ether because Sammy's Camera sold me a refurbished, broken Rodecaster Pro 2 and set me up for failure, and they hate me. And we hate them too now. So yeah, there's the inside scoop. And so when people are like, you're going to fix the audio for the next one, it's like, yeah, I'm going to replace that Rodecaster with one that works and then actually dial in the settings even more so. Is that where the George Santos part is from? Yeah. So basically the George Santos clip was shown to them during the show at the start of it, but that audio was scuffed. So instead I just had Gabe use the room onboard mic audio, which didn't sound that bad. And like, I didn't want to completely lose that segment, but yeah, that's why. Fuck Sammy's Camera. All my homies hate Sammy's Camera, except I'm going to go there tomorrow to buy shit from them. This is my Roman Empire. What's up, Andre? How you doing, baby? Anyway, let's continue.
You have to do a little analysis.
That's also why the sound's kind of echoey and there's like issues. It's because the board they sold me is just scuffed, and so I'm swapping it out. I already have a new one. Yeah.
Oh, were you being called it like? Does it feel like a light hate crime?
Were you being gay? He's saying because if you were doing something gay and you were called it, then it's like valid.
Then it counts.
Well,
Legit.
yeah, and
I think so.
Like you were just like you went
it's a little complicated because even I haven't really been called it.
Well, give
You've
me
never
20
been
minutes.
called that?
Yeah, I was gonna say no. Like nobody's called me the F slur in a
Oh
hateful
my God,
way.
dude.
Look at him. Look at him.
Growing up on the
like-
East Coast,
Oh yeah.
I mean,
It'll take some episodes to dial in anyways, but it's great for the first step on the new set. Yeah, the next episode is gonna sound crisp. Mark my words.
No, I've been called it, but they didn't know I was gay.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like I wish, like I don't wish to be called the F slur, but sometimes I kind of want to know how it feels.
That's so crazy.
Like I don't know, like if somebody
You've been
was
deprived of like being
no,
hate
like
crimes.
I'm like if I see somebody in public and I'm like, man, this is the type.
Right.
I prepare my response.
Right.
What do you mean?
Wait,
Like,
wait.
you
if I'm
see a
with
gay guy, you think about how
No,
you're
like
gonna
this is
hate
what I
crime
say.
him?
If I'm with a guy,
Yeah.
usually because it'd be with
Oh,
the
I
guy
see,
because
I see.
they would know I'm gay because I'm with the guy that looks gay.
Right.
Usually.
Are you gonna fix anything next episode, or are we not
So
seeing a
you're
difference till
going
like
outside
2
with
weeks
the
from now?
song.
Yeah.
I'm not fixing anything. Actually, fuck you.
So I'm out there.
Yeah, we do look way gayer than he does.
Yeah, it's
And
both of us.
absolutely.
My line is, like, if
I'm not
somebody
fixing anything
called
'cause I
us the
hate
F-slur,
all of you,
I would
actually.
just say you're just mad that he sucks it better than your wife does.
There you go. You're ready.
you
to
have-
go.
ready.
You're
He is-
prepared.
he's
You're
done
prepared.
the fantasy
Yeah.
of being called
standing
the
up
F-slur.
to the guy.
I love how that would go because he'd be like, he sucks it better than your wife. Thank you for noticing.
I'm gonna make everything worse out of spite.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think. I mean, there's been a lot of people that have been called the F slur, and it's not a nice thing.
I think we can agree.
But I mean, I use the F slur in.
I hate this.
You're gay.
I know I use it a lot.
I keep
Yeah.
telling. I've been telling you for years
fun.
to say it more.
Yeah.
It makes you gayer.
Yeah.
It's a multiplier.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
a force multiplier.
Yes,
for sure.
100%. The fact that you don't say it or like we're timid about it at first, like, is the
Right.
reason
You
why.
say it in bed though, don't you?
Oh, I do.
Yeah. Dude,
I
the
do.
other thing is
That's
he loves to wear a cross.
That
he has a
rules.
cross
I
fetish.
I dropped the whole cross fetish
Wait, really?
thing. Yeah, no, I don't
Think
do
it's
it as much.
disrespectful
He was
to Christ?
coming too
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
He was busting too fast.
No,
That's what it was.
I had this thing where I was obsessed with a guy with a cross on, having sex. I already did.
Yeah.
Been there, done
Been
that.
there, done that.
It's not as cool because it's like this. I'm like fucking. I'm like this guy's not a
So,
Christian.
so this is why we get into this conversation so quickly. Typically, it takes us like 5 to 10 minutes to arrive at the F slur and Austin being gay conversation with our guest. But because we had to cut out that first 10 minutes, we immediately open on that conversation.
Oh, that's the problem.
And for that, I want to apologize to our viewers.
I need photos of your baptism to get off.
He's like,
Do you recommend watching the pod on YouTube or listen to it on Spotify? Because I personally rarely watch it. I listen to it at work. I mean, it's up to your personal preference. It's up to your personal preference, but I can only watch podcasts. I'm a visual learner, and so I can only watch. But I mean, it's up to you.
no,
I will
man.
say the audio. I know this episode is an exception, but the audio in the new studio will be much more consistent and dialed in. Even though there is an echo going on in this room when they get really loud because of the scuffed fucking board, the compression is actually a lot better on this gear because it's better than what I'm using in the other set. And so the levels are much more consistent.
Man that lets me do this to their butt is
I was like,
Christian
it just
enough.
looked like it was just.
Play it on every platform. Yeah, actually, just listen to it and
You wanted to feel
watch
like
it
your
and just
cock
get
is
us
the
views
thing
on every
taking-
platform.
stealing them from heaven.
Yeah, I think
you
yeah.
want to feel like you,
Yeah.
by you're
Yeah.
so irresistible
Yeah.
that you are sucking your dick
Yeah.
sends them to hell.
Yeah,
That
that
is
they're
the
happy to make
Antichrist. That is
That's
Antichrist
the thing.
behavior.
So I think that what I've learned is it's got to be a real situation.
Sure.
Where I'm like, it's like some closeted Mormon, but they wouldn't be wearing a cross. Fuck.
Oh, I need to
Maybe
show you
they're-
guys something, actually. Now that I think about it, I need to show you guys something that Austin linked to. Oh, he didn't link it. He just like sent the actual video. Here, let me download it to my phone and then post it to myself on Discord so that I can show you guys. But look at this. Austin sent this in our group chat for the show. But it's relevant and I need to show you guys. So I'm leaking it. I don't think he's shown this anywhere, but it's funny as fuck. And you know what? I'm leaking it to you guys, so get fucked. It's uploading now. Give me 2 seconds. Here we go. It's uploading. It's uploading. It's done uploading. Check this out. Feast your eyes on this. Oh God, how do I show this to you guys? Oh God, I gotta download it too now. Fuck. Okay, hold on. So Austin sent this in our group chat about the podcast. He sent this to us yesterday, and he said, Austin's show has hit Asia. This is what he said, and I quote.
Вы смотрите англоязычный ТикТок, подкаст The Fear End, который все называют The Austin Show.
Ясно, потому что одного из чуваков зовут Остин.
Да, его зовут Austin Show, и он начал выкладывать маленькие шорты из своего подкаста, который называется The Fear End, и людям так понравились эти шорты, что они теперь называют весь подкаст Austin Show, а там на самом деле крутые люди.
Хасан Пайкер
Хасан
вообще.
Пайкер, Тана Монжо, ну типа большие люди в американском медиа.
Oh my God. The disdain in this guy's face when he says Hasan Piker.
Что они теперь называют весь подкаст Austin Show, а там на самом деле крутые люди.
Хасан Пайкер
Хасан
вообще.
Пайкер, Тана Монжо, ну, типа большие люди в американском медиа. Не хухры-мухры. А теперь Остин всех просто перебил, и теперь он главная звезда. И оказывается, к Хасану Пайкеру, который знаменит тем, что у него там, он Young Turks, это политическое издание, он сам политический стример, очень много людей знает, там, от Дональда Трампа, да, даже с ним у него была перепалка. То есть к Хасану Пайкеру подходят и говорят: «О май гад, вы же друг Остина Шоу».
А вначале было наоборот, да, что этот Остин был другом.
Если вы смотрите англоязычный ТикТок, подкаст...
Anyway, don't know what any of that means, but from what I can deduce, I think they're talking about how Fear End is called The Austin Show. So, anyway, don't know how to solve for that, really. I think it's all just... I feel like we are all just prisoners in our own show. I created this show with Hassan and Will, and now somehow through misinformation campaigns championed through Austin's TikTok, we are now, I feel like there's a gun to my head, and I'm the producer for the Austin show.
Bear the little name tag, Elder or something.
Bro, go to the Republican National Convention.
Yeah, there's
like
plenty of
they
those
will
guys.
literally let you.
Yeah.
They will throw it back.
Really?
You fuck Lindsey Graham.
That's hot.
No,
not Lindsey Graham. Not Lindsey Graham.
No, but you will definitely like fuck one of these staffers. Like there's
there's a lot of that going
Oh my
around.
god.
Yeah, but
there's so
are they in the
many.
closet? I mean, because some of them I've seen,
Yes.
like, damn. All right. Anyway, sorry.
She's gonna make fun of us if we talk about this all the time. What do you want to talk about?
What do I want to talk about?
Well, you got some big shit going on.
Yeah, I got the specials out. Go watch that.
Can you send me the video?
Yeah,
I'll run through the
Um,
translate
I
thing. Can you send me the video? I'll run it through the translate thing I used for the Chinese Fear End. It's Russian. They were just running down the basics of who Son is and what he does / has done in his career. But what about the first part? What was that first part about Austin? And our podcast. And yeah, you're royal. Let me send that to you right now, actually. Hold on.
don't have shit to talk about. I'm actually pretty cool to keep saying,
Just talking about
gay shit.
dicks and
But-
gay shit.
Yeah, bro. He just did his special. He's like he already offloaded all the stuff.
He dumped all his material.
I'd love to talk about how. Well, do I have anything to talk about? Not really. Not in particular. No. It is interesting that I did, but she's not here. I would love to dive into why she won't go on planes. I think what's funny is all you Twitch motherfuckers. It's like Twitch made a bunch of the weirdest people on earth famous.
Sure. Yeah.
Like a bunch of like depressed shut-ins became stars.
Yeah.
And now you guys get to behave weird as shit, and
Yeah,
no
it's
one really
cool.
says anything.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
cool.
what do you mean she had to drive here?
To be fair, you are
So that was another thing. Everybody's like, "Where's Cutie? Where's Cutie? Where's Cutie? Where's Cutie?" And that's something that actually got lost in the first 10 minutes also of the show. Is that, and I mentioned this at the top of the stream, but Cutie was supposed to be here this episode, but she's driving back from visiting her family for the holidays. because she doesn't fucking fly, and so it was like a fucking 20-hour drive or some shit, which is fine. But so we had Stavros locked in for this day, and this is the only day he could do the podcast. And she last minute couldn't make it because her drive got pushed back, which I don't even really know what that means. I think she just extended her trip, but yeah.
Also talking to like 3 of the probably I would say most normal in comparison to like the average.
Totally.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
That is so sweet to be included amongst the normal.
Oh,
friends.
Yeah.
You know what I want to show Stavros?
Please.
There's a brand new meta on our platform.
Okay.
That's taking over. And I want your take on it.
Dude, Stavros gonna be on my side on this. I'm already ready.
Wait, I
Billy,
don't know if
did
I
you
know
pull this
about
up?
this.
Oh, it's a big meta.
Is it in the IRL section or just chatting?
What the fuck is a meta?
It's like a thing,
Like it's
a
very
theme.
popular. A lot of people do.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
something that's going on. It's like popular, good stuff,
I
good
see.
thing to do.
I see.
don't know if I-
First part, the podcast Fearon is being referenced as the Austin show because of the Austin posting TikToks or shorts on his page, and everyone is mistaken about who owns the pod. So I was right. We're prisoners. We're fucking prisoners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Billy Rave Brains is pulling that up right now.
I love it.
Yeah.
Something a cultural trend is
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. That's it.
overtaking-
That's
is
it.
overtaking.
And
Exactly.
it's very divisive.
Okay.
Because some people are like, yeah, this is fine. And other people are like, I don't know if
I
this
can't
belongs
wait.
on this
And then
platform.
some people are like, as long as there's ethics involved, I'm okay with it.
Oh, interesting.
Before we get into that, I actually had a dream I wanted to talk about.
Let's get into that.
While March is pulling
While
it up,
Marsh
go
is
ahead.
pulling this up, I had a legitimate dream, and this is, I swear to God, that Hassan was so fucking mad at me. He was so pissed off at me. It was in a podcast situation.
Archie, adding this to the March Pull That Shit Up compilation, yeah. The first thing I had to ever pull up on a brand new set was, well, you'll see.
a podcast like this, and he was so mad at me, and his mom heard me, heard that he was mad at me,
and she said the F slur.
No,
I don't think she's ever said that.
she offered a weapon to hit me with.
Wow.
Like she's like, Hassan, you're angry. She offered a weapon.
Is that a Turkish thing?
And you know what she
No.
offered was a spoon.
Classic.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
that-
not
I
a
don't know.
weapon.
I don't know what it was.
No,
but
it's like a
your mom
punishment.
offered a spoon to
Ethnic
beat
moms
me with.
definitely beat people with spoons, 100%.
Yeah.
My grandma threatened us with the spoon all the time.
Yeah.
She said she had the magic spoon that was going to fly from Greece to beat us up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It did it.
Yeah.
Did she use it on you?
She never used it. She was too timid, but
Yeah.
she thought she was all talk.
She was just all talking.
She was all talk.
Did you know that at the time?
I think I did. 'Cause
Yeah.
she one time she tried to hit us and she was like, like that, you know, like, and we were like, bitch, that didn't even fucking hurt. We'll
My
do
dad did
whatever
that
the
one
fuck we
time.
want.
My dad actually hit me in the back of the head one time because I was like, I had this thing
Back
where
of
I
the
would.
head's classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like a class.
Biffing.
My dad hit me like that. I don't even consider that child abuse.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
you
it's
suffered
literally,
the
it's
spoon.
the same. Same.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's like, because to me, I was like, I fucking deserved it. Like,
Right.
I would run downhill after the school bus. I was a bit.
Wait, why is that bad behavior?
What do you mean? I was running downhill
missed
after
it?
a school bus. Like
You missed it?
after the school. No. The school bus would drop me off at my house. And there was a hill next to my house, and then I would just like chase after the school bus.
Who are you, dog?
He's so
I was
acoustic.
just stupid. And no, he did it because it was so dangerous. Because
Oh,
like, what
I
the
see,
fuck?
I
What if you
see,
trip
I
and
see.
fall and then like die?
I
Because-
did way more
Yeah.
dangerous shit with that, even including
As
school bus.
Mexicans,
Yeah, you-
Mexicans, we got the slipper and a belt.
You chase the school
Although
bus.
my parents didn't really hit me that much. I can probably count on one hand how often my parents hit me. Like it was only like maybe like a handful of times in my life. They'd mostly just like get really like angry, but like so angry that it wasn't. Well, my mom would yell, but my dad would like get just like disappointed. Like angry, but it would be so angry that just like it's not even like yelling, it's just like disappointment. And then you just like have this like internalized like shame.
I missed the bus, or I didn't miss the bus. I purposely missed the bus because they made us sign off if we were going to a friend's house. My friend was on a different bus. I waited for the bus to leave the school. It was taking off. He dropped the window. I ran up, jumped on the window, and my friends.
My mom, one thing I do remember is my mom would slap, like hit me in the mouth. Like slap me in the mouth. Like that she did like a couple times.
pulled me in
pulled
the
you
movie.
in.
That's
bus.
awesome.
That's what.
And
Okay, that's way sicker
the
than what I was
aide at
doing.
the school saw it and told my mom I got in trouble.
Wow. Snitch.
So
But again, it was only
I
like a
would just
couple
like
times.
to know, what do you think that dream's about?
It worked.
We're talking about anger. You're worried about, you have anxiety about anger coming from Hassan.
Yeah.
And then you
I
also
felt so disappointed.
And
like, in
then
my,
are you jealous of his relationship with his mother?
I don't know where that runs.
No, he has a
deep,
wonderful
though.
relationship with his mom as well. But I
Well,
think I
let's
know
get
what it
into
is.
it.
Or maybe I want to get. Yeah, I know I have a good relationship with my
Okay.
mother, but it's interesting to psychoanalyze that because I
I
don't know
know
why
what
I
it
had
is.
that dream.
I know what it is.
What is it?
What was your most emotional moment on this podcast before? It was when you thought people thought that you had disappointed my mom.
Oh.
So I think.
Oh wow!
I think you-
Also, another thing that got lost in the ether at the start of this episode, in the 10 minutes that was lost because Sammy's camera fucked me, was they asked Stavros what he thinks of this room, like what his opinion of this room, and he said it's giving. I forget. I think his exact words were, "It's giving. I got no pussy in high school, and now I'm rich," which actually applies to all four of the hosts.
internalize that, and I think you're worried that like you're gonna disappoint me, but more
So he
than
clocked
me
it perfectly.
being angry at you, what really scares you is that my mom, who you love, is going to side with me over you.
Well, of course you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in real life, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I come in and talk shit about Hassan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, what is he yakking about today?
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's what I mean. Like, so I think that's what he's worried about, like that my
Right.
mom would side with me over him or something.
Right.
Um,
do you want to take a look?
Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's take a look at that meta.
so let's take a look at the meta. Oh
This
god, I'm
is the
so
new meta
excited.
on Twitch.
All right. I like what I'm seeing on the little. Let's.
That
maximize.
is a talented
God
young
damn.
actress by the name of
Good God
Morgan
Almighty.
Pie.
What's she?
Morg
Is
Pie.
she around? Is she around or what's going on?
She actually,
I like her. She seems.
she
cool
is
to
a
me.
Twitch streamer and also, of course, the Throat Goat.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, is she an adult performer?
Yes.
If you could not tell from what you are looking at, yes, she is an
I
adult.
love when
Hold on, guys. I just got a message from our producer, and by our producer, I do mean one of our producers, which handles all of our shorts and vertical video channels. He's the GOAT, and he just ran this through a translator, and he said, "Check this shit out."
If you're watching English TikTok, the Fear End podcast, which everyone calls the Austin
All right.
Show.
This is so good.
Because one of the dudes is named
Yes, his
Austin
name
Challenge.
is Austin Shaw, and he started posting small shorts from his podcast. They like these shorts so much that they now call the entire podcast Austin Show, where in fact cool people hang out.
Tampa,
Hassan Piker, Tana
in short.
Mongo, big people in American
a
media.
bit wet.
They are super cool. But now Austin just outdid everyone. And now he's the main star. And it turns out to Hassan Piker, who is famous for what he has there. He's Young Turks. It's a political publication. He himself is a political streamer. A lot of people know. There, Donald Trump, yes, even with him, he had correspondence
spider.
altercation. That is, they approach Hassan Piker and say, "Oh my God, you're Austin Shaw's friend."
But initially it was
I have no
the-
freaking idea this.
No, it was the other way around. Austin was the friend.
If you
I'm gonna kill myself.
I love what I'm seeing.
This is so bad. 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 This is gonna go straight to his head, bro. Nobody show that dub to Austin. Nobody. I'm deleting this. I'm deleting the file forever. I'm burning it. Nobody show Austin this. Delete the VOD. Austin cannot see that. Do not give that to him.
Very woke of him. He looked at that and was like,
progressive.
She could be the girl next door.
He can. He
Yeah, she
cannot,
could.
dude.
That'd be.
If Austin sees that, he will unironically start he will force me at gunpoint to rename the show The Austin Show.
Sick. That'd be fucking awesome. I'd come through. Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on here?
"This is the new
guess.
Twitch meta." I
guess
no,
I'll
let
take
it run.
context.
Let it run. I think they'll pick up on the context pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, I love when straight men get angry.
Who's this guy? Can we get him out of here? Oh my god, this is awesome.
I think
This
I muted
fucking
this
rules.
I think I muted this for demonetization
salute to her.
reasons. Either that or I just fucked up.
We got more of this. I don't think I get
The recording.
Can we see a couple more
So
examples?
maybe pull up the Asian bunny one with Kai Cenat.
Asian
My
butt.
favorite part of these is when this.
I got talking.
Because we have watched the Asian bunny one already, I think in the last episode. But
I think it's important we
I
check
want
it out
his
again.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I know enough. I think I
There
need a
are
little
No,
more
no, no.
context.
You
of
don't.
these.
You
Which
don't know
one?
enough. I promise you don't
I'm
know
saying,
enough. Wait, no, that's she drew that. That's not the one.
She was raising money
There's
for Doctors
another
Without Borders.
one.
Is that
There's
real?
no
Because
drawing. Get
Jesus
the drawing
Christ,
outta
she's a
here.
Get the
fucking.
drawing out of here.
We
She's
want
a
to see.
fucking.
She is good at drawing, though.
She is great at drawing. She
love
drew
that.
a
Saint.
portrait of me at TwitchCon.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
you watch, right?
That's
yes.
awesome.
I don't.
That's so sick.
What are you
love that.
saying? I have. Oh, I'm sorry.
Also, I just want to say for the record, this episode came out like 2 days before Twitch changed their. Actually, no. It came out a day before Twitch changed their shit. TOS. Maybe 2 days? So I don't want to say that like we played a hand in that, but
she's your favorite WoW streamer.
Yeah, she doesn't play WoW, but she is my favorite WoW streamer.
Yeah. So exactly. That's
Where is this fucking
probably
shit?
what you
I'm
were
trying to look at it.
confusing.
I'm just thinking that men need to start doing this too.
By
I was
just
thinking about it.
by like just the top of
That's
your
what I'm
dick.
saying. Just
No,
like
very
men have
top.
done it. Men have done
No,
it.
we
first.
just need to see like just like the happy trail coming up, or the you know what I mean.
So what you're actually describing is something I will get to in a second, as after March.
So that's
through his
allowed.
dyslexia finds.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have dyslexia. I'm not dyslexic.
It's allowed.
So
No.
there's no way. I'm just
Well, use
the
your
thing is-
imagination.
yeah, well, I'd love to, just kind of hard to use my imagination, but I guess
Google
we
Kai
can,
Cenat Asian Bunny XX or whatever, and then maybe it'll come up.
I guess in the meantime, I'll be a professional broadcaster and fill some time, folks.
Sure.
We can break down the one we just saw.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
First of all, I like what I'm seeing titty hang wise.
Yeah.
That's a cool setup she's got going on there.
Yeah.
And I can just
Great setup,
And
yes.
I'm thinking, I like being able. I like it because I'm filling in the bottom half of her tits with my mind.
Yeah.
So I like that. It leaves a little something,
Disparage, dude. Disparage. Here we like every week. We can't keep doing this every fucking week with the podcast. We need to change up the discussion.
At the same time, it was pretty cool. I could have, push comes to shove, jacked off to that, right?
Okay.
Certainly
Push
as a
comes to
youth I
shove.
could have.
Oh,
Certainly
this
as
is,
a
the,
here you go.
this is
Here's
the
the
original. This is like what kick-started the meta. She, in a way, I would say, is a
Dude, Stavros' face as I pull this up. I've never noticed that before. That's so funny.
pioneer. That's why I wanted
Hell
to show
yeah.
this, to give respect to the artists
Yeah.
that came before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's the goat.
This is cool. Oh, nice.
Can you hear? Wait, hold up.
And
Put the volume up, March.
Why can't we
so
hear
let me
this?
just say, I'm gonna double down on what I said earlier. I think the original is even. I'm really even more so enjoying the titty shapes here. That's. I love how you guys like. We can't talk about gay shit. Let's talk about tits. We don't want Cutie to make fun of us. Let's stop what he thinks about tits on the internet.
Well, dicks is Cutie's favorite subject to talk about,
is?
which
She
is why
loves
we
talking
should
about
talk
penises.
about.
Oh hell yeah, dude! This
You can
is
kind of
awesome.
hear it. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Be
I hear the
quiet. Be
claps.
quiet. Play it again, March.
She's cool.
Do we really need to see the claps?
I think we do.
Guys, stop talking. Play it again.
Yeah, play it again. Everyone quiet.
Why aren't you showing it on screen?
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, dude. That's awesome.
So,
That's really cool.
so
Yeah.
go ahead. Talk about what you want to talk about with respect to the meta, because I have questions. Like I have further
Please, no,
follow-up
no, okay.
questions.
All right. Here's the thing. As an outsider,
Yeah.
as a man who just dips his toe into Twitch,
Mm-hmm.
you guys are really my main connection. Sure. Right.
Mm.
I'm not. I did it a little bit. I think those days are over for me.
Mm-hmm.
I had fun, but just popping in, I love what I'm seeing. I think what we're doing here is the medium is evolving. It's changing. You put restrictions on people, they will find a way to make you bust on the internet.
This is how-
And these women are fucking genius. Life finds a way. It's Jurassic Park, dude.
Jeff
These-
Goldblum?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finds.
Titties find a way
Yeah.
to make
Eye
make
contact.
you horny on the internet. That's what these women are pieers. Shout out to Asian Bunny. What is it?
Asian Bunny XX.
Asian Bunny
I
XX.
think,
The
right?
Rosa Parks of showing half her tits on Twitch. She's the first one to do it.
So your take is, even though it's clearly sexual content,
Yeah.
if you
You
try
tell
and
him
limit
Hassan
it,
is away
it's
from
just
death in
gonna
his
find
seat.
another
I'm
We're
not.
gonna figure out a way. Like
Yeah.
what
I knew he was going to be on my side.
What Gabe was referring to is right here on the plane window, which has the Game Boy Color and the PS1 controller in it, obviously. This is a real like plane window. Like it's steel and you can see the lines on where it's like cut using whatever they fucking cut, like whatever saw or like laser they used. And there's this one really sharp like spike right here that is just a metal sharp thing that's like close, you know? Anyways, continue.
Everybody doing bikini, whatever the fuck. It's like, oh, this bitch is in a hot tub in her home. Get the fuck out of here. We know what the fuck is going on, right? So what are we doing here? Let's fucking all be honest, right?
Yeah.
You're not showing tit. Let's get the rules, and then let's people be creative with the rules.
I'm okay with it.
No, I think the limits make it better because like if she was just straight up fucking slapping those titties around and you could see areolas, like it wouldn't hit
Areolas?
Aurora Borealis.
Who's the fat one here? Who's the fat horny one? That's the way a fat horny guy says areolas. Areolas. That's the dream I had. Is that woman's tits, then you pan down and they're 2 Oreos. And I just suck on them. And then Hassan's mom hits me with a spoon.
Okay, but do you see what I'm saying though? Because like if it was unguarded, if there were no safeguards, like that wouldn't be as fun. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the ingenuity.
So Will, you say you think so? You shouldn't be allowed to make anyone horny on this platform. Is that what you're saying?
No, he posed that question so perfectly.
I don't think that's it. I think that there is a question there where when you can look at something and be like, oh, this is clearly for the purposes of jerking off.
Right.
Maybe, there is a discussion to be had about like, is this for this platform? And why aren't you doing it on a platform? And ultimately, hi, Kaya.
Kaya, we're talking about tits. You got to.
That's crazy that she just broke into the studio.
And ultimately, it's like you do it on Twitch to farm that audience.
She can chill there. Why can't she chill there?
That's right.
Oh, I see. You're coming through with the like, because let's also be honest. We're talking about children getting hard here.
Yeah.
that's really what it is.
Yeah.
So you're coming from it as like this is a wholesome entertainment platform.
But I don't mind if it's I don't mind if it's squeaky clean, but I do think we can look at that objectively and be like, maybe there is a limit. Maybe I'm getting old and I know that even saying that maybe there's a limit is like, it puts me in camp. Saying
it doesn't
that
show me
maybe
where the
there's a
most
limit
viewed part is.
like, it puts me in camp with like a lot of people who fucking suck.
You're sounding puritanical. To me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like we all know what the fuck's going on here.
I think we
and
should-
by the way, the kids on Twitch looking at half her tits, they're not a Google search away from her whole tits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's there. It's
Yeah.
fucking. Let's stop pretending.
Yeah.
But I do think have a limit. Yeah, I don't think you should be able to just show tit on this fucking thing. But let's put the rules down and then let's let these geniuses find their ways around it.
I think you've swayed me. Innovation.
innovation,
Like, find
dude.
your
Dude,
way.
it makes it better. It
As
literally.
a new studio, it's coming along. I'm gonna tweak it a lot tomorrow before the episode with Extra Emily on Saturday. And I spent like an hour at the top of the stream today discussing the changes that I want to make to it. If you're interested, but it's I'd say we're like at 70 to 80% of where we want to be.
Really makes it better when there's rules, when there's safeguards.
Did you really
around
hotbox
It's like,
it? No.
It's like leaving up some stuff to the imagination. You
Sure.
know
If
what
anybody
I mean?
asks,
It's like
yes.
mysterious.
And here's the other thing. It's kind of like, you know what it also is like? It's like you're just like, it's not, you're allowed to not like it. You're allowed to be like so if a 50-year-old guy dates an 18-year-old, it's like, that sucks. That guy sucks, right? It is legal. It's not for me. I don't appreciate the behavior, but we got to have a line at a certain point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't just be like, this guy has to go to jail because it's
I
weird.
think ultimately that's
You know what I mean?
I
Like-
think ultimately that's my take is that like I'm not lobbying for it to be taken off the platform,
Yeah.
but I do like when people can say like, oh yeah, that's
It's a little strange.
that's for jerking off.
It is for, but so is
It is.
most of what you're doing.
Yeah. If there's a will, Stopper was like, if there's a will, there's a way.
People will jerk
But
off.
I would say that I would make the argument that although it is for
natural.
sexual pleasure, no, they are very natural. Those, even a gay man, I could say, those look natural to me.
No.
Asian bunny for sure. I couldn't tell with the first pair.
First, yes. Second, no.
Asian bunny?
Wait.
Asian Bunny, no.
No.
What?
You have watched
Guys,
a lot
I
of
mean,
WoW.
he's a breast
This is your
professional.
I'm a tit
favorite.
whisperer.
He's a
Come
tit-
on.
yeah.
This is your
into
favorite
tit-
WoW
this
streamer,
is-
so you know a lot
You
about
know.
this.
I'm a
Okay.
tit whisperer.
They
Okay,
looked. How
fair.
about this? The top. Those looked more natural to me.
So
Now
this
maybe
is
something
maybe the
happens in
magic of the
This is
art
cool,
form.
because
Yeah.
I would love to debate who's got real tits and who doesn't
Okay.
based off just the. I would have for sure flipped them if you know what I mean.
So are they going to talk about boobs, dick, and gay sex with Emily too? I really hope not.
No, you're wrong. You're an amateur.
But probably.
I'm an amateur.
Yes.
Watch what the fuck you say. motherfucker. I'm not
you're
an amateur.
You're a
No.
titty amateur.
They had. Let's bring them both back up. Here. Let's bring them both fucking back
We're gonna
up
get
here.
demonetized.
Okay. I'm just saying there was a natural droop to them, but that can also
That's
also
what I'm
happen.
saying.
That's why
with
it's natty.
implants.
That's why it's
Honestly, I
natty.
didn't know, but they're not old enough, I feel like, to experience that level of
There
droop.
are also different types of tits or whatever.
I don't know. I'm
That's
not.
fine.
I
We
don't know
have to-
much about the subject. However,
Yeah.
I will say that even from a non-sexual way, I think it's actually I have tuned into these sorts of things as well.
Gay guys
Okay,
love shit
well,
like that, though.
wait,
It's
Gay
interesting.
guys
It's
love
so-
hot women doing
it's-
dumb
no,
shit.
No, like I have seen some breasts on Twitch that are so comically large.
Hell yeah.
That I'm like, dude, you got to see this.
Right.
Like, holy, like,
Will's like, tell me so I can avoid
Yeah,
those.
but where are you seeing that?
no, but like I've seen some people gaming, and I'm like,
Why are
my-
you holding out on us?
My God.
Yeah.
Jesus. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I
Yeah.
said, and I've talked about even in public, sometimes you see some boobs and you're like, bro,
Sure.
God
Sure.
damn. Like you just have to look. It's like a gravitational pull.
I agree.
I'm not even attracted to it sexually. I
yelling
mean
at
that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I said you're yelling at us.
No, but
Aesthetically,
But I
a big
mean
titty's
it.
awesome.
I think they're cool to look at.
I agree.
But
Yeah.
but
I
not
agree.
sexual. I'm not attracted to
That's
them.
fine, man.
I don't want to
This
eat
like,
them.
Austin,
this
we
like
believe
a
you.
reverse
We
closet
believe
guy, where he's like, I'm not straight. You know what I mean? Like,
just like looking at
No,
him.
but it's interesting you bring that up because I genuinely feel like every once in a while because I believe
I don't even know
sexuality
how
is
to
on a
chime
spectrum.
in
If I
or
ever
add any commentary to this episode. I'm just trying to get through it.
have like an inkling of attraction towards a woman, I feel the same way that I felt when I was in the closet.
So
Interesting.
I have a question. If the area around the areola is
Yep.
okay, is the shaft of a dick okay?
Well,
so you're
no.
saying the head is the nipple?
The
Yeah.
In
No.
your metaphor, the head is the nipple?
Yes.
I don't think
No.
that's how it works.
It works around. It works like this. Like
The glass
you-
table is
just a
so
little bit of-
distracting. How so? Is it the PS1 and the coaster? Because I was gonna axe those. Because they're never gonna use the coasters anyway. Actually, I say that, but Hassan's actually using a coaster right now. Good for him. It actually was. It was too much in the freight. I think just seeing people's feet moving.
Pussy.
You have the tip. It's
Yeah.
dick isn't tits.
well,
Well,
you can.
Can you?
Little camel toe.
Well, you can do dick cheese
You
like
can't show
that too,
pussy
though.
skin.
You can
When I used to see their knees, I know I showed everybody their knees and their shoes, and it just broke everyone's brains.
you can
What constitutes pussy skin?
you
Lip.
can do outline of the cock.
For even an inch of lip. Now you could probably show
Everyone got something in the new studio. Plans for Austin, weep things for Hassan. What thing represents you? Damn, that's true.
the skin right before the lip.
I'll
It's
fix
kinda
this.
at the pussy part.
That's why they have those like micro
Yeah,
kinis
yeah,
where it's
yeah,
just like
yeah,
it just
yeah,
covers the slit.
I've always
And it's like you're not covering anything.
I've always been a big advocate that there should be more dick cleavage.
Yeah, I think
agree.
that's fun.
I
That's
agree
fun.
wholeheartedly.
And you know what I love about dick cleavage? You got a little dick. No one can tell how long that shaft is.
That's right.
Yeah.
The beginning of everyone's shaft is the same.
Yep.
You know, and I
would
love
say
that. I can show a little shaft. People think my dick's
Unless you're not
me-
girthy
but-
though.
no,
in which
but-
case, like they can just manage. They can figure out
Sure.
that you're not.
I think
You don't got the
most
girth.
dicks don't look great flaccid anyway.
Well, that's the thing. You gotta. If here's
How
I
many
would do
dicks
it.
have you seen, Hassan?
Here's how I would do it.
Needs a dildo on
so many
it.
cocks.
This table needs dildos
Wait, what
on
do
it
you mean? Where
I
have
was
you
in a,
been
I was in a
seeing
fraternity
these?
that played
Porn?
sports.
Well,
There's
street
also
porn's
straight
not
Got it.
real. I'm talking in the wild.
In
I went to
I
boarding
played
school.
sports and also went to college and I was in a
I'm
fraternity.
sorry. So he said most flaccid dicks don't look good, and you're like, I played sports and I was in a fraternity. So that noise was about how cool all the guys' dicks that you've seen have looked.
Yeah.
Because you were like, well, like,
You've seen-
you said it as
you-
if, well,
you've
all
seen
the
a lot
guys
of
in
good
my
dicks.
frat.
No, yeah, I've seen some nice dicks. Boy, I'm not ashamed to admit that. But you think
I've
you got
seen
me
one-
on it?
It was just
You've
a
seen a
straight-
nice dick in your lifetime.
Did I say I haven't seen a nice
Exactly.
dick? I've also, I also played football.
Will showed me his dick in Amsterdam.
I did.
How was it?
It was nice.
I'll
He's
bring
got
the
a
gun
nice
back.
flaccid
Yeah,
dick.
nice.
I can see that.
Hey, you'll get a kick out of this.
Yeah.
Tell them what you did in college instead of being gay.
Instead of being gay in
What would
college,
you do on weekends?
instead of being gay,
What would you do on weekends?
You
in
talked about your
college?
typing on stream. When? Clip me, link me. I'm gonna kill him.
play RuneScape.
What was the other thing you'd do? What was the restaurant you'd go to? And just,
Oh yeah. When I was
classic.
in college,
Yeah.
it was very depressing. On the weekends, I would go to Applebee's.
Hell yeah,
and
dude.
sit at the bar.
The bar.
And I would order an Oreo milkshake and chicken wonton tacos.
Drink and do that
On
at
a
the bar.
Friday and Saturday night, I would go, and they knew me.
Back
at
to
the,
back, both
Dude,
nights.
I was a junior in college.
What?
I would sit at the bar.
You
at
would do that
Applebee's.
sometimes. You would do
No,
it every
I would
Friday
do
and
it
Saturday?
every Friday and Saturday. I would get an Oreo
oh
milkshake,
God!
and I would talk on the phone with my best friend.
I'm trying to imagine me being like 18 to 21, presumably when Austin was in college, going to Applebee's every single Friday and Saturday night for years, probably. And I don't know.
About how I hated college.
What
and
the fuck,
yeah, no, I
dude?
was depressing. I
That
was
sucks.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I thought I was asexual. At
You
the
know
point.
what's funny is like some closeted guys like take all that and they channel it into like their studies or their work, and they become like they take all that effort and they just really become smarter, better people.
Yeah.
This motherfucker was spending $24.99 every Friday and Saturday at Applebee's instead of being gay. He didn't improve his life at all. He fucking just had
Not
the
at all.
shittiest meal and drink.
No, I mean, I knew the bartender,
Bro,
too.
he
I
lived
just-
through his like
bartender-
late
you mean the guy
30s?
who made your milkshakes?
Yeah, he made my milkshakes.
Were you attracted to him?
No, it wasn't. No, I wasn't attracted. But what's funny is what's the you know how depressing.
Wait,
it,
Applebee's, the Abbey, does he only eat at restaurants? The Abbey's a gay bar, which I get, but it does have a restaurant, and apparently their food is pretty good. This is just Austin coded. He's just look. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Everybody's different, and there's some people on this earth that are just creatures of habit. They play it safe. They don't take a lot of risk. They know what they like. They have a routine, and they do it all the time. Austin's just a creature of habit. There's nothing wrong with that. Couldn't be me. I'm somebody who needs to change things constantly in order to maintain my attention. I probably have some level of ADHD that makes it so that I can't just do the same thing over and over again. But some people just only like one note, and that's just their thing. And there's no point in feeling bad for them because they enjoy it. That's what they like.
it is to go to Applebee's on a Friday night and
Yes.
the bartender to go the usual?
Of course, yeah.
And
Yeah,
the
the
usual,
wonton tacos.
and
for
the
sir.
usual is milkshakes. It's
The
not
usual-
even. You're not even drinking by
I
yourself.
think I got a problem. I go to many different establishments that they know my order.
Interesting.
Because he doesn't go to many different establishments. He goes to like 4 different establishments over and over and over again. Yeah.
Like I go
You
to
gotta
my
try new
local
shit.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
They all know my name.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah, dude, that's
Chick-fil-A.
awesome.
I'm starting
Yeah.
to get a reputation there. They know my
Wow.
name
Oh,
there.
it's the gay guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
They know me.
Yeah, it's okay. The way you cancel out like helping a homophobic organization is by putting a glory hole in the Chick-fil-A.
That's what I-
So
I
Austin
agree.
pops in, gets himself a spicy chicken sandwich, and then hits the glory.
I
Hits the
think-
GH.
I actually, I like that. Also, I just think that in general, I don't
He
think
likes that it's
Chick-fil-A would
homophobic.
approve I think I'm getting them by buying their chicken.
Right.
And I'm enjoying
they're
it.
really sad that
I'm
you're doing
enjoying it.
commerce.
Like the fact that they're pleasing a homosexual is
Yeah.
kind of makes them gay.
Wow.
You're,
You know what I mean?
you're like
That's
telling
true.
Mr. Chick-fil-A,
I
you're
think
fucking my
yeah,
mouth.
like you know how many you know how many homosexuals love Chick-fil-A?
Oh yeah.
A lot. The gays love Chick-fil-A.
They
I think
taste good.
Chick-fil-A is gay.
Yeah. Well,
Truly.
it goes back to your cross jacking off thing.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of you're getting you're cucking
Yeah,
yourself
yeah.
by supporting
A
Chick-fil-A.
little bit. That's kind of a kink.
Yeah. yeah.
I like it.
Interesting. Yeah,
All
that
right.
sucks though.
Something
You
happened
did that.
today. Big news.
What
I don't know
happened?
if you
Hit
guys
us.
will dig into it. Shohei Ohtani signed with our Los Angeles Dodgers 10-year contract, $700 million.
Pretty sick, dude.
That's sick.
So, as far as the resident sports expert here,
Thank
let
you,
me
yeah.
dive into it.
Sure.
Okay, baseball is my favorite American national pastime. Take me out to the ball game.
Of
you know,
course.
You're hitting all the high notes.
yeah, yeah, as everybody knows. So Shohei Ohtani originally had a possibly life career altering injury.
Yep.
Always
And
with the phone.
This
I'm
actually
sorry.
devalued his stock,
Is this Patreon exclusive? No, this is the free episode.
Yeah.
if you will, dramatically.
Will dodgeball be a topic this week? For sure. 100%.
You recall we talked about this on a prior
Yeah.
episode, and this number that they arrived at, $700 million contract for 10 years, is actually identical to the pre-injury valuation.
Oh, for sure.
Really?
Yep. I think the Dodgers just wanted him no matter what.
Yeah.
Wait, is this the guy that we talked about earlier about how he got injured?
Yeah, and it was potentially $200 million difference in his
Yeah,
contract.
that makes
Jesus.
sense.
But I mean,
'Cause
at
he
that
can't
point, who
pitch
gives
for
a
whole
shit?
year.
Japan does. All of Japan
Yes.
is going crazy right now.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, who gives a shit about losing $200 million when you got 700? Like, at a certain point, who cares?
Austin,
What?
Am I crazy to say if you hold on?
Yeah.
If you had a $700 million contract offer and they're like, no, it's $500 million, and I'd be like, no, I'm going to take nothing and walk away from that.
No, it's a massive. It's his valuation.
I'm
Like,
going to
it's-
venture to
it's-
say I don't know what I'm talking about here.
No, but I know what you're saying. I respect that take. I know what you're saying.
You know,
It's
it's
just
just like, at a certain point, money is money.
I agree with you.
I
It's
don't
like,
think
oh,
it has
more
anything to do with money. I think money is certainly a motivator in this situation, but like I think it's more than.
This is Hassan talking about you typing if you want.
A lot of stuff. The most powerful search engine. You guys don't understand. He's also insanely dyslexic, which is funny because I'm always looking at his monitor, and my favorite thing is to get him to type something, and I want to see like how badly he fucks it up. Okay? Pull it up.
Billy.
And he seems like a really cool dude. You know? What is this?
Marsh, do you like show stuff so the viewers
Discord.
can see?
March, you want to look that up real quick?
We want to talk about dyslexia. Can we talk about that? What that little movement, that little audio movement was? Look at this. Look how he changes the audio.
You know? What is this?
Marsh, do you like show stuff?
He increases the volume on the player, but only by like 10%. Not all the way. And then goes to the browser global volume plugin.
So the viewers
and then
can see?
turns that one down by 30%. What did he accomplish by doing that?
March, you want to look that up real quick?
Marsh? Pull this up.
Does it all? March.
Marsh?
March.
March.
No,
Marsh!
I've seen this. I've seen this.
God
They're
damn it.
God damn it, Marsh. Marsh.
Marsh, if you'll pull up start. So let
We
me
have a
give you-
PowerPoint.
Marsh, will you pull up the lyrics?
You show the gay picture that Will posted.
Wait, what was gay about it? Can you please pull up the One Punch Man mosquito?
You want to pull up the Dick Cheney cock photo? Just look up Dick Cheney penis.
Just take it.
March, pull it up. Pull up Trump's pussy. Let's just take a look at it.
Pull up a clip of me after I played 25
Jesus.
straight hours.
He's also a liar.
No.
Pull up Lovely's latest short.
They pull him up. Pull up the basketball robot.
Can you pull up the music video? Troye Sivan's
Wait,
latest.
pull up Sally the hot blue car.
Oh.
See, will you pull up an Ozempic before and after picture?
Hold on,
You
I'm
and
gonna pull up
Hassan?
Austin's last TikTok.
I'm gonna-
Can you pull up Will Neff's stream?
What
real
is
quick?
this?
I mean, I don't know. Look up like can non-Muslims attend Hajj? Look it
Taser.
up. Look it up. Let's pull it up. I want to see this.
Oh, you haven't seen this?
Like
Billy, pull this up.
Billy Rave Brains.
Fur.
Billy Rave Brains, can you please pull up a list of animals in the Amazon rainforest?
Can we pull it up, Billy Rave Brains?
Can you please pull it up?
Mark.
I love Will's mannerisms are unchanged.
Just pull up an asshole right now.
Yo, Marsh, can you pull up Dream getting called the F slur?
Marsh, Google it. Olive oil in your ear.
No, it's a giant bottle of alcohol. Go ahead and pull that up, Marsh.
What is it?
Oh.
March, pull it
Marsh,
up.
you might be able to find it. Yeah.
So, just to have a bucket at your house?
Marsh, it showed earlier. Tomato bucket
I
at
don't
Disneyland.
understand this. March, can you pull up Balenciaga mannequin? Pull it up, March. Pull it up.
What?
Show it. No, show it. Osama bin Laden going viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
March, pull it up. Santa Cruz Sea Otter, steel surfboard.
Cute.
The evidence. March, pull the fucking tweets, March. March, can you pull this TikTok up that I was looking at earlier? It's a wine about a TikTok.
Oh.
Marsh, pull it up right now.
I'm realizing that my cadence is always like my setup cadence is always like this thing that I saw, I wonder what that's about. Your things don't make any sense. Yeah, of course it makes sense. It makes sense if you watch the fucking the content. I'm always bringing shit up that's like fucking.
Someone said in the chat he doesn't get paid enough for this. Thank you. I agree.
The content. I'm always bringing shit up that's like silly and stupid if you cut it out of context. But like the whole.
You see that one? Hold on.
It's like silly and.
March, you are stronger than the U.S. Marines. Also true.
Stupid if you cut it out of context. But like the whole point is, I'm making him pull stuff up that's like funny.
Guarantee you there are riots in Philadelphia right now.
Yeah, because that's not the only way gay people have sex. We have other sex. We have missionary. Marsh, pull up gay porn.
Yes, like that's it. Austin is so stupid. What do you mean?
For those of you at home, Marsh put his hands up like this and said, "What do I look up here?"
Yeah, pull that shit up, university, baby.
Pull that shit up, university. To be fair, well, I'll let him finish talking and then I'll explain myself. Then I'll defend myself.
Someone said, okay, this is funny. Fear this man needs a raise. Marsh gets paid $20,000 a month, $240K a year to search things on YouTube. He says, not true. He also searches things up on Twitter.
It's true. And TikTok and Google.
That's true. He does. And TikTok as well. He searches a lot of stuff.
Told you.
The most powerful search engine. You guys don't understand. He's also insanely dyslexic.
Not true.
Which is funny because I'm always looking at his monitor, and my favorite thing is to get him to type something, and I want to see like how badly he fucks it up. Okay? Like anything he type, and it's always like the funniest, most unimaginable ways that you could fuck up like a normal. Like I could be like, March, pull up Apple. Like Google the term Apple.
It's never
and
Apple.
He will write
He's never
like
once asked me to look up Apple.
ABLE. Like it's just a wild way. Like you know that's not how it's spelled. What the fuck? And he's just like, whatever. Google will fix it.
Also true. Google does fix it. It's 2023. You know.
Your father even called me to tell me not to speak to her.
So, look. The problem isn't that I'm dyslexic, because I'm not, I'm pretty sure. The problem is when you have Hassan this close to you saying, pull that shit up, and then lasers in on what you're typing in, it makes you a little nervous, okay? And sometimes when you're on a keyboard that's not your normal keyboard, you might fat finger some letters while trying to type something as quickly as possible because you feel him looking down your fucking neck trying to make sure that you're typing the right thing. So sometimes you fat finger something and then you have a decision to make. Do I